What's up, everybody? I'm I'm like, I am so messed up on my sleeping schedule. Let me tell you, I woke up today. Right now, it's 10:46 p.m. Eastern Time. I woke up. Okay. All right. I went to bed maybe 1 a.m., right? And oh boy, I went to sleep. The bed was so nice. I woke up at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. guys, and I've missed 2 days already of streaming, and I feel bad. I feel terrible for the viewers, the followers, but so I'm just gonna just do this because I have nothing else to do. I'm not tired. I can't sleep, and I really want to finish this game already. Like, I want to get all the achievements. And thankfully, they just put out a patch 1.3 for the game, which apparently actually fixes some issues where you weren't able to get one of the trophies. Like it was random, because one of the achievements for the game is to 100% like the whole data. But apparently it's glitched where some people getting it, some people don't, even though they already have the game at 100%. So we're gonna do that. Now we're gonna finish the side stories because that's what's left of the game. Oh, there we go. So yeah, we have to do all these. So this is gonna be like a straight up, like a whole stream of we're just gonna knock these out, bro. We did part 2 already, right? Yeah, because then the part 2 starts with this girl coming in, Yuri. Okay. Let me just double check if everything's going smoothly. No frames are dropped. The internet's good. I mean, everyone's asleep in my house, so that's right. Okay. Oh, and for a little future update for anybody that does watch this later on. Oh, let me see. I wonder if, because this is on nightlight mode. Okay, cool. For anybody, for future updates, I bought these 3 games. I hear it's like an Android game. It's only like 25 megabytes, and it's gonna be like, we're gonna be playing these games to try and platinum it. As you can see right here, I have 114 platinums. We're gonna platinum Doki Doki, which is 115, and then we're gonna get 3 platinums for playing these three games. I even asked one of my friend that I game share with if like to remind me what other games that he has bought that were like $1 or something. So okay. So yeah, any late night streamers, thank you for coming on by, or viewers, lurkers, thank you for coming on by. I apologize for doing this so late. But anyways, this is gonna be up in the VOD. It's also gonna be on my YouTube. So no worries. This is just to get this thing done. I mean, in a way, this could be like a 24-hour stream. You know what I mean? 24-hour stream. That's what this could be. That's what this could be. I have some ideas to stream some other things at the moment, and it's just trying to like coordinate with my friends. Alright, so let's start. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. It is Yuri. Huh? Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She very conspicuously mouths to Monica. It's her. It's the girl. It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in a classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail, containing her excitement. It's happening. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monica and this is Sayori and we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far. Oh yeah, me. Okay, so I disabled the chat to be non-followers so that you guys aren't mandatory to follow me to chat. The only reason why I did it before was because I was testing out some stuff, and because I was testing out some things, I wanted to like make sure I keep getting a lot of like bots that were like coming into my chat, like basically giving me like links and like, hey, you want to buy followers and stuff. So to prevent that from happening, I've turned on followers only. But in case there's anybody that comes into the stream this late at night, please feel free to just chat it up. Keep yourself awake, keep yourself busy. I mean, unless you have something important and you're sleep deprived, please get some sleep. I'm an exception because I woke up at 7 p.m. So I legit can't go to sleep. Alright, so let's continue. Monica says, "What's your name, by the way?" I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh, do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monica. Sayori, nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like books? Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool. Yes, have you heard of Annabelle Dupont? I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her fifth book, and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help. I'd love to. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I am so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori. I'm just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yay, that's exactly what I want to do. Besides, Sayori lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against the dauntly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going on those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. hope everything is okay right now. Let me just double check. Let me just pull up the feed. Let me just double check. Bum, 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 bum. Is everything going okay? Is everything okay? Everything well? Oh, I see that I might be whispering a little bit. So we're just gonna do this then. I'm gonna lower this, increase that. There we go. I hope everything is going okay at the moment. There are some things that are more explained in other books that takes place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think like if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monica. Monica? Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that was probably irrational. Wait, no, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri excels in relief. I always seem to interrupt things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too, such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Aw, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are in the same things I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kind of other things are you into? Like genres? I don't know, just anything. Even if it's not literature. Oh, just things you would think are dumb. Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. How about I tell you about something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into? I suppose that would be okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty into crafty things, like making cute little collages or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friend, but then I put it off till the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much, it's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So I have to share something that I'm into right now, right? Sayori nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. I'm not. Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. I like going out in the woods or to the park, just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful, just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. Oh my god. Okay. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do if you don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue the conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monika chiming in every now and then as well. Monika had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So are you two going to be starting on that book the next club meeting? That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sayori beams, Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monika with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monika are left in the club room. Sayori, you are a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still, besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy toward other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here, with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Nice. Very nice. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. It's club time meeting. Monika went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri's talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we could talk first, it was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided. I'll join the club so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monika and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly, so it just sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity, that would be okay, right? Yeah, why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize, just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the books. Dustbell? Part 1 of the Everlast Saga? It's Dustbell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Alright, I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes. Notes? I mean, yes, that's an effective strategy. Exactly. I'm sure it will be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sayori jokes flew completely over Yuri's head, but thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. No. Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, faction, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that? The things I write are like just putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. Ah, you're into poetry. I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way! Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri's must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see, Sayori jots. Yuri is patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. But I'm kinda glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sayori flips through the first pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Sayori turns the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. Oh, poor Sayori. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. So what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way that you do. The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow, but I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Sorry, Sayori is left alone with her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. Oh, it's kind of sad. Alright, let's see. The new picture. Understanding. Nice. Side story. Trust. I decided I must become the flower. Da-da-da-dum. Anything else? CGs. It's interesting though. Some of these CGs haven't appeared yet though. Like there's this one. Oh well, no, this one is I have to get hugged. Yeah, I don't know what this one is though. Some of these are all over the place. Da 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 da. Are there any more pictures? No? Okay. Music? Okay. We are at 62%. Nice. Let's go straight to part 2. Oh, we're almost done. Oh, no, we're not. I keep forgetting that there's like a section down here. Because I think, you know, there's only like the 4 girls. Part 2 of Yuri's side story. Let me change the title. There we go. Okay. For the time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy, but my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best, but I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass. Nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica. Oh damn. What could happen? What is happening? Oh, there's Monica. Gosh, I'm so late. Why didn't I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It's going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monica rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so, Yuri? Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With club publicity stuff? Yes. Monica, utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the club herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay, it's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too? Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic she realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods and the two set off. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it? Sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you're able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence. Then Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Monica pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining this club, hopefully anyway, and learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people? Of course. I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really worried and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about the things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. Yo, that is me right there, bro. Oh my god. I love to talk about stuff that I'm into to the point where I can go on and on and on and on. But the thing that sucks is when you can tell as you keep going and going and you keep talking about that, you can slowly start to see that people are either not paying attention to you anymore, they don't care, or they just never even had an interest in the first place. You know, they were just trying to do small talk that ended up with you just being really excited about a topic. And it's a terrible feeling. Like it's like it really shows that like people don't care, and you just keep going and going. So when you finally meet someone that says, like, when you stop, you're like, oh, why'd you stop? And I'm like, oh, I thought it's really nothing. It doesn't matter. It's like, no, please tell me. That's the best feeling when someone actually shows interest in like the topic that you really really enjoy. That happened to me in school. The only things I ever knew about were like Ben 10 and like and video games. I played a lot of video games growing up, and I used to watch people like streamers and YouTubers like play video games constantly. And in school, it was so hard to just talk about that. Like nowadays, some people have it easy. Like you got so many people sharing the fact that they watch anime. You got so many people sharing the fact that they play video games. Back when I was a kid, dude, if someone found out you liked anime, you would be made fun of. If someone found out you played video games, you would be made fun of. But now, it's completely like the opposite. Well, not like 100%, but still, there's a lot more people now that like enjoy it. So, yeah, I can relate to this. But, so let's continue. Yuri says, but for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category. She what? Hold on, you're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fist clenched. I think you should tell her that. I can never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sayori is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to other person's weird needs? I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. If something that Sayori would be able to say better, Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayori wants to be your friend? I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too, but good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... it's so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtful and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session, but I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, thank you. Anytime. Monica smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Yuri and Monica finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts towards the door, but then turns to face Monica. You're just going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know that you mentioned it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it would be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the club room door. Bump. Yuri! Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. Sayori shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers her words, suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come by today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first, but I got most of the way through it. And look, Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her finger against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri? Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Sayori looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. So if I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought that if we did something together that you really like, I don't want your pity. Why did I do that? Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here before Monica sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. It's okay, Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Aww, they look so cute. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we'll talk about them together, okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts. She then speaks while steadying her voice. I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people, so it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends through my interests, because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. So, you were so great at helping me while we were reading, so I'll help you with the things that you need too. But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you were getting frustrated with me, but I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah, irrational fears. Well, there's no way that you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you really consider it in your own way, worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise that's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reason that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me. Yuri fights back a smile at that moment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arm. Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Yuri's tensions relaxes. For once, she's okay. Just listening to rather than worrying so much about. Isn't there oh, it's triangle. Okay, there we go. I was like, isn't there a way that you can like hide it so you can see how it looks? That's so adorable. Look how cute they look. That smile. For once, she feels okay listening rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. That's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on though, so we'll just see what happens. Oh, and it's not good to touch people without their consent first. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying, I'm back. Monika's back. I haven't seen you like at all recently. Sayori trots over to Monika. She whispers loudly, can I hug you? Sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monika. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster. Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monika perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as a literature club. About that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you like. Yes. Do you like poetry? Yuri smiles. No. No. No, it's so cute. Oh, that's a cute wallpaper. I'm gonna set it. We're in this together. Wake up, get ready, go. Trust yourself. Great job. There we go. Oh, it's so cute. Don't forget, ask Monika about this. Be positive. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, look, it's the little S. It's the S. It's the S thingy. Cool. Is that the only picture? Yep, it's the only picture. Let's see. We're at 64. Nice. Yo, as you can see, since the oh, you can't see it because the followers is in the way. Here, let me. Yeah, so look, it's 11:34 p.m. Yeah, it's it's not too late. Honestly, this is not that bad. I'd say like 1 in the morning would be kind of late for me to be streaming, you know what I mean? But we'll see. Alright, now, so we learned trust, we learned understanding. Now, let's see if we can do respect, and then balance. Alright, respect, here we come. Yo, these side stories are like so nice. I think they're better than the main game, honestly. Oh, let me move this down. There we go. I feel like they're better than the main game. They're so adorable. They're so cute. Like, it's great. It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. Through their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far, Monika, Sayori, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond within the club. Sayori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayori, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the 3 find themselves suddenly interrupted by the club room door opening, and in walks a girl none of them have seen before. Hi? Sayori tugs excessively at Monika's sleeve. Yuri shifts in her seat and buries her eyes in her book. Are you here for the literature club? Yeah. Yay, that's great. Thanks for stopping by. It's kind of a small club still, so it's really exciting to see new faces. Yeah. Come and sit down somewhere. You can sit next to my desk. Sayori prances over to her desk and presses her palms onto it. Oh, and Yuri can make you some tea. Yuri looks up at Sayori in protest for having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone, then sits down next to Sayori. Monika follows by sitting nearby. The sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all. Okay, then how about we all introduce ourselves? Okay. Well, I'm Monica. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally in the debate club, but I really wanted to do something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing, or reading, or whatever other kind of literature. You know, I figured it was your club. You have that vibe. I have that what vibe? Never mind. I'm not gonna judge people. I just meant like that. Very adult-like of you. I always judge people so hard. Oh no, you don't, Sayori. Yes, she does. Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles. I'm Sayori. I just like learning about everyone and making friends. Oh, and I also like poetry. Oh yeah? Very adult-like of you. I'm an adult. The sounds of Yuri's electric kettle steaming up fills the room. Oh, that's Yuri. Sayori lowers her voice. She's kinda shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea, and I love her. Well, I guess that leaves me then. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downstairs and stuff. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I like hanging out downtown and stuff. Okay. And my favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry. That's why you choose strawberry to make your perfect poem. Okay. Oh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably cookie dough or baby chocolate. It's cookie dough. And Monica's probably vanilla. What the heck? I take way too many online quizzes. The ice cream ones are always accurate. What's Yuri's favorite? Natsuki shrugs. Probably green tea? I'm just joking. I have no idea for Yuri. Still, it's pretty chill here. Do you like hanging out, or do you actually do club stuff? Well, we do club stuff too. It just hasn't been very structured yet, since we only have like 3 members, so we kinda just loosely spend our time doing the stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we start with like some more structured club activities. It's been a while by now since I started the club, so yeah. Well, with this being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you like the club to get into? Well, I guess I'm literature. Well, I like manga. Manga? Hey, why do you say it like that? I want to read manga in the club. Wait, hold on a second. That sounds so great. Like, after all I've been doing all this, Yuri returns to the desk with a tray of teacups, which she sets down on an empty desk. After all of the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little more simple. Manga isn't simple. If you think that, you just don't understand the nuances. I didn't mean simple like that. Well, anyway, putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature that you're interested in? Well, not really. In that case, have you considered the anime club? Are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club. It's full of weird guys. Come on, is it that big of a deal? Manga is literature, right? I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically, I get it. Look, I'll do whatever club activities you want. Can I please just join? I won't bother anyone. If I can just, keep my manga here and hang out after school, I'll do literally whatever you want me to do. That's fine, right? Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Oh my god, thank you! You're the best! I have most of it crammed into my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay? Natsuki stands up. Oh. Need some help? Nah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker. If you say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine. I hope we never find out then. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving... Whoa, what just happened? My left monitor just turned off and then turned back on for some reason. I hope the stream's doing okay. Oh well. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence. Actually, let me double check. Let me open Twitch. Let me double check this. Cause last time this happened, the stream failed and I didn't even know. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's lagging. Internet, please. Internet, please. Internet, please. Stop it. Please, internet. Internet, stop. Okay, it seems good. If you hear like a little like whatever, like an air, that's the fan, because bro, it's so hot. It's so hot here, bro, in my room. Alright, let's continue. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence, save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. I'm such a pushover. Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems a lot of fun. Maybe, but I mean, she has like no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine, but she said she would participate in club activities like it's some kind of obligation. Her tea is going to get cold. Yeah, wait, that's not related. Well, I think everyone deserves a chance, especially if we can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe she'll take a liking to literature. Are you sure you don't just want to read her manga, Sayori? Hey, who do you think I am? Sorry, I didn't mean that. I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have any opinion, Yuri? Not particularly. She said she wasn't going to bother anyone. That includes me, so... Does that mean I bother you? No, you're a pleasure to be around. I was just fishing for a compliment. I know. But still, I really think we should give her a chance. Yeah, alright. But I really am gonna start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly, the three of them hear a thump against the door. What was that? Sayuri stands up and walks over to the door, then opens it. Thank you. Carrying 3 boxes of what is presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack onto the floor as gently as she can. That's quite a collection. Dude, how big are their, like, lockers? I've never had lockers. Sayori giggles in excitement. While catching her breath, Natsuki replies, There's still one more box. I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them. Monica anxiously glances between Sayori and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets to complacent. It seems like things are really are finally going to start getting more serious. At the next club meeting, Monica is the first to arrive, but ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed. Why am I so nervous? Monica paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monica thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. I love that smile. Natsuki's smile is so nice. Monica forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return. Need help? No, I got it. Monica awkwardly tries to start some kind of conversation but fails. Curious, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all of her manga. Once dull with school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant with bright colors and cute-looking artwork. You know, the top shelf is pretty empty. Maybe we could keep it up there? I can't reach up there. That would be so inconvenient. Yeah, but... Monica sighs. The teachers are going to ask what all this manga is doing in here, and I have to tell them it's for the literature club. So? Monica backs off and slumps into a desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is being sucked right out of the room. Good afternoon. Sayori spins in the club room. Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah, because I have this. Sayori brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic. I found some money and got a cookie. Oh, that's so pretty. As Sayori trots over to the closet, the colorful shelves catch her eye. Which one do I start with? Well, you can start by giving me a bite of that cookie. No way. I saved up all my luck to find that money. If you want entry into my kingdom, you need to pay the tax, peasant. Boo. Defeated, Sayori unwraps her cookie and breaks off a piece for Natsuki. Then Yuri silently walks into the club room. Monica glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding. Well, everyone's here now. Despite the club only having one more person than before, it somehow feels twice as lively. Okay, so I think today we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so it would be great if we found some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good to everyone? I agree. Okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too. Well, I have been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we can give each person a day to share their favorite kind of literature with everyone else? Well, maybe. Something tells me that. Monika glances at Yuri and Natsuki, whose both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests. Maybe we can try to come up with something that everyone can enjoy equally. You know, like we all vote on a book to read or something like that. I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests rather than just stick to the things we're familiar with. Why does it feel like I'm being targeted here? Natsuki, didn't you say that you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do? Well, yeah, but that doesn't make it okay for you to ignore everyone else's presence or preferences. I like Sayori's suggestions. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but... Monika's voice trails off. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monika finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, why should Monika have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything? Natsuki, are you sure that you don't have any other literature interests you could share with the club? I swear, I don't mind if you keep your manga in here, but Natsuki cuts Monika off by suddenly standing up. Well, it's obvious that I'm not wanted here, so I'm just going to leave. But I really would have appreciated you being more upfront about it. Okay, I think you're kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want. Natsuki shoots Monika a quick glare before walking straight out of the room. Oh no! Sayori runs after her, leaving just Monika and Yuri. For the second time today, Monika slumps down into a desk. Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She's just making me feel this way. Monika looks up at Yuri, seeking affirmation. Yuri looks away. She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could find so that she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri? I'm not good at these things. Monika sighs. Me neither. Hello? Ooh, did my mic like mess up at some point? Has it been quiet this entire time? Oh, I hope it hasn't been quiet this entire time. Oh god. I mean, it was okay like a few minutes ago. Oh well, whatever. You know, shit happens. Just double check. There we go. So weird. Like sometimes like the cable just cuts off and sometimes it doesn't. It's lunchtime the next day. The cafeteria and hallways are bustling with students rushing to meet with their friends and make the most out of their limited break time. Where should she be? Among them is Monica, who always eats lunch in her classroom, but she has some additional business today. Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming to the club, Monica decided to try to find her during lunch so that she could make amends. Do we get to see the lunchroom? No. After searching for an extensive time, Monica finally spots her. Despite her short stature, Natsuki's bright hair helps her stand out from the crowd. I mean, it's pink. What do you expect? Oh gosh. Like, Monica's the only person with, like, actual natural hair. Suddenly feeling awkward, Monica's afraid to get closer. Natsuki is with some friends with Monica doesn't recognize, and they're all, like, energetically chattering together. It would be really tactless to just interrupt them. Whoa, who's this? What the heck? Oh yeah, did you end up joining that literature club or what? Huh? Of course I joined. Why wouldn't I? I told you she would join. Come on, you know she only joined because you wouldn't stop giving her crap about the anime club. I told you, I never even wanted to join that stupid club. Oh sure. Well, you have to give her some credit for at least making an effort to finally grow past that trash. True. Well, congrats on finally graduating middle school, Natsuki. We're proud of you. Shut up. Just let me do my thing. I'm just joking. You know we love you. Yeah, once the literature club makes you a famous writer, we'll be the first ones to buy your book. What, you're gonna buy her smutty fanfiction? Well, obviously, I want a signed copy. That was like years ago. You don't think I've grown out of it by now? I told you, I was just joking. Besides, it's a good reminder of how far you've come since then. Yo, these are not your friends. Natsuki, these are not your friends. These are assholes. That's what they are, okay? Just because they keep saying we're joking at the end of their stupid fucking comment doesn't mean they're your friend. Fucking stupid ass people that do that shit. Oh, it's a joke. Calm down. It's a joke. Calm down. Fucking you should fucking calm down, piece of shit. Not to mention, you couldn't have done it without us. That gives us a pass to joke about it. Yeah, sure. They grow up so fast, it brings me a tear to my eye. Natsuki suddenly glances at Monica's direction, prompting Monica to quickly turn away and distance herself. What the heck? That was horrible. I should have said something to defend her. Why do I have to be so conflict avoidant? Not that I deserve to say anything. I'm hardly better than them after the way I treated her. I'm so awful. I'm not doing anything right. Yeah, Monica, you should have stepped in. You should have helped her out. After school ends, Monica distractedly makes her way to the club room. She finds Yuri already inside, eyes on a book as usual. Monica picks a desk and slumps into it, something she seems to be doing rather often lately. Yuri, I don't think I can be club president. I suck at handling anything that doesn't go, like, exactly my way. Yuri looks up from her book. It's like the literature club is a place where you get to express yourself, unless it's in a way that I don't like. I'm so mad at myself, and I'm especially mad that I didn't have the self-reflection skills to realize what I was doing. So much for maturity. Sorry, I really shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. There's just like a lot of on my mind. No. I enjoyed listening. Really? Why? Yuri shrugs. It just makes me feel nice. Oh, well, okay, I guess I'll just continue then. Yuri nods. Yeah, Natsuki has kind of a blunt attitude, you know? It made me feel like she wasn't taking the club seriously. I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to join. I saw her friends talking to her in the hallway during lunch, and they were just mean to her, telling her to grow up and stuff like that. That the literature club would help her grow out of her manga. It just made me so mad. Like, just let her enjoy it. It makes her happy. Why are you trying to take that away from her? Yo, facts, bro. You guys like manga? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, bro. Enjoy what you like. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody, you're good. And when I had that thought, it was when I came to the realization that I was kind of doing the same thing, just in a roundabout way. I should have made her feel good about being passionate about something, but I just dismissed it. No, I was actually trying to avoid acknowledging it at all. I even did that with you, Yuri, when you first joined the club. You did? Yeah, I remember. Fantasy isn't really my thing, so I was kind of trying to dismiss it, but then Sayuri jumped in and took over the conversation. I should have reflected on that, but I didn't, because I just let Sayuri handle it instead. And now, I'm repeating the same mistake, except I really hurt someone this time. Monica shakes her head. I'm so tired of being afraid of things I'm not comfortable with. It's so stupid. Like, I can just picture how much joy it would bring Natsuki if I let her share her passion a little. I'm so angry that her friends were treating her like that. I'm going to get them back for it. Get them back? Yeah. I'll get them back by making sure that this is a literature club that Natsuki wants, not the one they want. Suddenly, Sayuri bursts through the door, making Monica and Yuri jump. With a rare stern face, she marches over to Monica's desk and sits down next to her. I'm having an intervention. I can do that because I'm vice president. Is that about Natsuki? Yes. Yeah, I know. I messed up. I'm super sorry. I was just talking to Yuri about it. Really? Sayuri's face. I was so dismissive about her passion that she felt threatened and probably just unwelcome. Literally the opposite of what the literature club is supposed to be. I really need to make it up to her. Oh, yay, I did it. Oh, she's so adorable. Thanks for the intervention, Sayuri. I'm glad we're on the same page. Friendship wins again. So how do you want to make it up to her? I have a plan. Sayuri, do you know if Natsuki is coming to the club meeting today? I don't think she is. I see. Monica was afraid of that, not because of her plan, but because she's facing the consequences of the damage that she inadvertently caused. Jesus Christ. Can you tell I'm tired already? No, I'm not. It's 12:03, but I'm not tired. They should really make, at least not like the main one. I don't know. They should kind of like make an anime about this. You know, like make like an anime adaptation of this game. I really like to see like all their expressions and like see everything animated instead of just like still pictures. That'd be nice. I really like this game. This game is nice. It's like it's a little cool off from like so many games that are just all about adventure, killing, and like combos and fight a giant boss and revenge and shit like that, you know? Like, this is nice. Just reading. Seeing these girls go through like emotions, slice of lifestyle stuff, comedy. I like it. It's relaxing. Alright, let's continue. But the only way to do the right thing is to face it head on. It's so easy to just duck away from conflict and wait for it to blow over. But that's not enough. To truly respect someone's feeling after you've hurt them is to face them and admit your wrongdoing. Not the wrongdoing of mismanaging the club, but the wrongdoing of disrespecting Natsuki's feeling. Okay, do you think you can get her to come to the meeting tomorrow? I can do that. Okay, awesome. Yuri, you don't have to worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener. Fidgeting with her hair, Yuri turns away to hide a smile. Well, I guess for today it's going to be a pretty quiet club meeting. I'm going to step out for a bit. Is that okay? Yeah, I'm just gonna read with Yuri. Hey, is this one of Natsuki's books? How come it's out here? Sayuri picks up a manga that was resting on an adjacent desk. Oh, that, Natsuki probably just left it out by accident. But I thought she hasn't been coming to the club. Actually, Monica's been... Okay, Yuri, I'm sure it was just someone else who was using this classroom then, okay? Monica smiles at them both. Then, with a wave, she exits the club room. I really shouldn't have left that out. If Sayuri catches on, she'll definitely tell Natsuki, and that would get really awkward. Left what out? Now I wonder if there's a keyboard I could borrow from the music room. Was that it? Oh, no, there's more. The time for the next club meeting has already arrived. Monica and Yuri are the first to arrive. I'm so worried. Do you think Sayuri is going to be able to bring Natsuki? Yes. How do you know? Well, she's Sayuri. You know, you're right. Time slowly passes. Monica sits, then stands up to pace around, then sits again. Yuri's eyes don't move from her book. Then the door finally opens. Sayuri marches inside. Behind her, Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room. We're here. Welcome back. Monica, the club president, stands up and greets them with a smile. Sayuri picks a desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits closely next to her. Looking back and forth between the club members, Monica is struck with a nostalgic feeling. Should we stand at the front of the club room, just like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her? But imagination was never enough to predict just how unique and diverse each member would be. Each with her own struggles, her own reasons for seeking the vision that Monica had admittedly so vaguely advertised, seeking trust, understanding, respect. What new lesson will the future hold for the literature club? Realizing she's getting ahead of herself, Monica takes a deep breath and returns to the present. Okay, everyone, the literature club is starting. We have an activity planned for today. Monica turns around to face the chalkboard. On it, she writes manga in big letters. Today we're going to learn from an expert about unique form of literature, manga. Oh, come on. Is this kind of forced? I know you don't actually want to do this, so just... Monica shakes her head. Natsuki, this is the hardest part. After making it this far, it would be so easy to just smile and move on. But that's not enough. Not this time. I'm sorry. It was wrong of me not to take you seriously when you were kind enough to show interest in my club. I thought about it, and I realized how biased I was against manga. It caused me to disrespect you, and I'm sorry. But I think you deserve to be able to share your passion with us. So can I make it up to you? Well, thanks, but I know you're only doing this because Sayuri told you to. Wait, that's not true. Monica planned this all by herself. I didn't even get a chance to talk to her. I was witness to that as well. This is the Literature Club. The Literature Club is a place where everyone gets to be themselves. We all have our own interests and our differences. It's my vision to let us freely express that, and it's my goal to respect everyone for them. So I just want to learn about the things that make you happy. I think that you deserve to share that joy, as much as everyone else does. Is that okay? Natsuki looks away and hesitates. But it's really dumb, the stuff I'm into. Monica smiles. She kneels in front of Natsuki's desk, looking her straight in the eye. If you like it, then it's not dumb. Oh, except for me. Sayuri, you're not dumb either. What the heck? You guys are so weird. Fine, I'll show you some of my manga, only because you admitted that it's literature after all. Natsuki stands up. Oh yeah, I didn't say this before, but I'm actually into writing too. I'm kind of a pro, but I didn't want you to like me just for that. Wow, really? I really did have you all wrong, Natsuki. Yeah, whatever. Today's not about that anyway, right? It's about manga, so I hope you're ready. Do we get a picture? Nope, not yet. Okay. A week has passed since Natsuki returned to the Literature Club. Ooh, a week. A week passed. Since then, the club activities have been in full swing. Each club member had received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favorite kinds of literature with each other. As another meeting draws to a close, Monica approaches Natsuki on the way out. Natsuki, are you in a hurry? Home or anything? Me? Not particularly. Why? Oh, there was just something that I wanted to show you if you had a few minutes. Sure, what is it? It's not in here. Can you follow me to the music room? The music room? Why? Well, you'll see. Whoa! Yo, we got a new background image. Awesome! You know, I was thinking back when the club was just me and Sayuri, we would talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out. Yo, they're like... The music room looks awesome. What the There's like a little stadium, like a little podium area. There's like a piano. They have like these colorful backgrounds, a cool chalkboard. Yo, they have like a mattress. What type of mattress is that? There we go. Oh, it's just a mattress. Yo, that's awesome. Do you have a couch in here too? Dude, the music room is awesome. When the club was just me and Sayuri, we could talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out. We cared a lot about it being a place where people could express themselves, and she said something strange to me. She said that I was trying to make the club that I needed myself more than anyone, but I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that, because you really taught me a lot about myself, like things that I was probably always too stubborn to admit. Oh, come on, you can't mean that. I didn't even do anything. I just, like, brought a bunch of manga, and then I got fussy when I didn't have my way. It was really stupid of me to make such a big deal out of it. No, I honestly needed it. If you didn't express that you were hurt, I would never have realized that I did something wrong. Besides, your feelings are valid. They deserve to be heard and respected. It's just really hard to feel that way sometimes. You know, like, I really shouldn't care about what other people think in the first place. But when you're just criticized by everyone around you for being a certain way, it can get really hard to just brush it off. And it makes me start to feel like I'm the problem. Like, I'm not doing enough to please everyone else. Am I being too entitled if I just want people to like me without me having to hide a bunch of stuff about myself? I don't think I am. I just wish that sometimes people would try to appreciate me for who I actually am. As Monica listens, she recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were treating her, and how naturally they did so. How long have she been fighting against that, refusing to change for others? I could only wish I was as strong as you, Natsuki. You're so honest with yourself. I'm like always trying to come off as a perfect for other people. Anytime there's like a hint of contention, I just crumble. But it's thanks to you that I really started thinking about this stuff. You really inspired me to start working on it. But well, like I said, I didn't even do anything. You were just being yourself. That's all you needed to do. Also, there's something else. Monica takes a breath. The thing is, I might have read a little bit of your manga. What the heck? Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry. I think I just felt like kind of embarrassed to admit it after I gave you such a hard time about it. I can't believe you, of all people, were reading manga behind my back. That's so funny. Yeah, well, I just flipped through one of them out of curiosity, but I ended up reading a whole bunch of it. But I mean, one of the characters was in a literature club. What are the chances, right? You're reading Parfait Girls. Wow, you have good taste. Just one volume, and I kind of just picked it out randomly. Well, you have good intuition then. You have to tell me all your favorite parts. Well, I think it was some kind of weird fate because the character isn't just in a literature club. She also plays piano. It's just weird because I always wanted to learn piano. She was like the perfect person that I always wish I was. If I just did what I wanted instead of always second guessing myself. Monica walks over to the piano and sits down. Aww. Look at it. Aww. Look at it. Aww, they're adorable. So that's how she learned piano. We should have done all the side stories before the main story. I always felt like I should only share the absolute best parts of myself, the parts that will impress people or make them like me more. But after you join the club, I really realized how self-destructive that mentality is. We share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allows us to share emotions, and I just felt like I wanted to show you this because if it wasn't for you, I would never have started playing. Hey, I think the credit for that one goes to Parfait Girls, not me. No. Well, maybe it's true that Parfait Girls put the thought into my head, but it was still you who inspired me to keep practicing every day. Every day? Because, you just make me feel like if I want to do something, I should just do it. I mean, I still haven't been practicing for very long, and I'm really not any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote a song for the club, and I worked really, really hard on it. It doesn't have any words or anything, but, well, yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Damn, this one's really long. Oh, we hit the credits? This is interesting. Oh, it's a song. It's a song, guys. Here, let me up it a bit. There we go. Bum 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 bum. Oh, they're so adorable. Why does this game have like a weird twist to the game? We couldn't just have a wholesome game. We had to have like a creepy, weird, self-aware game. I like the side stories more. This is what the game should have been. Oh man. But then again, if the game wasn't how it originally was, then this game wouldn't be that great then. Oh, amazing. Hey, look at all of them. Look at that smile, the shyness, Sayori, Monica. Nice. Awesome. That's all. That was so good. It was. Yeah, are you kidding? You're like already a pro. Not even close. Does the song have a name? You said it was about the club, so yeah, it's called My Song, Your Note. Because everyone brings something so unique to the club. It's completely different from how I first imagined it, I think. But I was like such a selfish perfectionist. It shouldn't be about me, it should be about everyone. And it's all of you who helped shape the club into what it is. I would never change that. Well, I think that's really thoughtful and kind of flattering. I kind of feel like I don't deserve this much validation. I wasn't exactly very patient either when I first joined the club. It makes me feel like I should probably apologize too. I think I was just really fed up with a lot of things, and I got frustrated after not getting my way in the club. So yeah, I really didn't mean to take it out on you. It was being really immature. If you get my stubborn butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right. It's fine. I'm past it too. I think we're already even. But it's really sweet that you were thinking about it. It takes a lot of maturity to reflect on that kind of thing. Well, I wonder who I got it from. Oh, never mind. Well, anyway, we're even as long as you let me keep my manga in the club. Let me lower it now. There we go. You did admit that it's a form of literature. You totally can't take that back now. You got me. The closet's all yours. I'll tell you what, I'll bring in a little something for the club tomorrow. I want to do something nice in return. What kind of little thing? Oh, you'll see. But I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's cupcakes. She's gonna make cupcakes. And then the next club meeting ends up being a particularly tasty one. She brought in cupcakes. Yeah, cupcakes. She brought in cupcakes. Oh, little chibi versions. Yeah, finish the side story respect. I'm gonna keep changing it. Finish the side story respect too. Ah, yeah, look at Monica. Looking all like cute. Finish the poem in 20 seconds or less. I like the little chibi versions. They're so cute. Look at that. The song, it was called My Song, My Song, Your Note. My Song, Your Note, Piano. Nice. Playlist. You can have a playlist. Oh, you can choose. Oh, I didn't even know you can do this. You can choose which one you like the most. Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Let's see. We are at 69%. Nice. Hell yeah. Nice. Very nice. 69%. Let me look up what we gotta do, because we still have a lot of pictures here that aren't unlocked yet, so I want to make sure. Oh yeah, look at that. We got that. We got this one. Schools music room, notably a grand piano. Yeah, see, we have like a lot here. So let me pull up my little Discord. Here we go. Bop, bop, bop. Oh Jesus, I hate when the game does this. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through them. Okay, so the next one is it's after Monica's finish side story balance 2. Okay, so that one is side story balance 2. Then there's the chibi, then there's this one, then there's the next one, which is finish side story balance 2. Finish the side story reflection 2. Reflection 2. What's reflection 2? Oh, that was weird. Reflection 2. There's no reflection 2. Do you get like another one once you finish these? That's interesting. Let's see, for the poems, which one's this one? Because You. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Side story, which is balance, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. All 3 poems. Wait, what? So from this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 10, 11, 12, 13. Yuri's special poem acquired by writing all 3 poems for her. I didn't do that? Are you serious? I thought I did. What? Nah, that's... Interesting. Continuation of Monica's first poem appearing only in Act 2, and then I'm missing the... From last one, I'm missing this one. A poem from Yuri distributed at special events in the past. Poem distributed at special events in the past. And then it's 1, 2, 3, and then it's 1, 2, 3. A special gratitude received by achieving full completion of the story. Okay. As for the pictures, let's see. We have that one. Wait, what? Oh no, are you serious? Oh no. The game... Oh, my game glitched, dude. My game glitched out. I've done these before. It basically... It's like write a poem for Yuri 1, right? It's not there. Write a poem for Yuri 2. It's not there. What the heck, man? Why is it not there? That's so weird. And it's glitching out. You could tell, like, see how it's like it's glitching out? Oh, damn, that sucks. Okay. Oh, damn. That really does suck. Okay. Well, let's just continue then. Natsuki. While Natsuki is messing with the orientation of her manga in the closet shelves, Sayori approaches from behind and pulls her into an embrace. What? Hi. Hi. The literature club has been in full swing since Natsuki joined, including her. The club is now comprised of 4 members: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. Each club member had received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favorite kinds of literature with each other. Natsuki was first and shared her passion for mangas. Then Sayori shared her love for poetry, as well as how she goes about writing it herself. Monika, who has multiple literary interests, she decided to focus her day on short stories. And finally, Yuri managed to demonstrate her obsession with fantasy with a little help and encouragement from Sayori. After the week was spent on their presentation, Monika decided to give the club members this next week to freely explore each other's literary interests. Sayori, having spent most of her time in the club so far with Yuri's fantasy books, it's rather exciting to begin her journey into Natsuki's manga collection. I want to read with you today. Tell me, which one should I pick? Well, that depends on the kind of stuff you like. I mean, there's like romance, drama, comedy, mystery. I like all of those things. Sayori reaches out and pulls a random book from the shelf and inspects the cover. Shouldn't this girl be wearing more clothes? You shouldn't like that one. You wouldn't like that one. In a panic, Natsuki snatches the book from Sayori's hand, then replaces it on the shelf in a less conspicuous location. Okay, I'm guessing that one was a little bit like an etchy one. Okay, well, if you really have no preference, then let's just start with something that's easy to get into. A lot of these don't start to get really good until like a few volumes in, and I wouldn't ask someone to make that kind of commitment unless they're already really into manga. I could handle it. I did it with Yuri's book at least. Well, I'm more considerate than that. Although I'm kinda impressed by your attention span if you put that much effort into her books. No, I have the attention span of a donut. But I love my friends, and I can do anything if it's for them. Well, okay then. Let's pick you something that even donuts can read. I didn't say I was a donut. I just said I had the attention span of one. Aw. Were you just trying to call me sweet? You're so cute. No, how did you get that conclusion? And don't call me that. A donut? Cute. Aw, how come? I just don't like it. I don't need a reason. Natsuki yanks a book from the shelf and closes the closet doors. If someone asks you to stop, then you just need to stop. People need to realize that. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to hurt you. Nah, sorry. It wasn't you. Natsuki shakes her head while pulling a second chair out of her desk. I was talking about something else. I didn't mean to get angry all of a sudden. Natsuki averts her gaze and mumbles. You're like, well, like a nice person, so I wasn't talking about you. I still learned a valuable lesson. Sayori speaks softly as well as feeling shy after receiving the unexpected compliment. Well, anyway, here's the book, so just start it whenever you feel like it. What's it about? Well, it's like a comedy. And there's romance too, obviously. Sayori looks at the title. It's called Love is Another Word for Luck. Oh, Love is Another Word for Luck. It's about a girl who keeps accidentally running into the same guys, and then you find out, like, well, you should just read it. But you have to tell me what you think. I can already guess who you're gonna ship yourself with. It would be so funny if I'm right. Ship? I don't get it. Never mind. Let's not worry about that yet. Just make sure you tell me what you think. Oh, okay. I start then. Hey, maybe tomorrow we can do poetry too. Oh, yeah, I guess. But don't you want to finish this first? Yeah, but we could do both. I mean, unless you don't like poetry, then I won't make you or anything. No, it's just, well, never mind. We can worry about it tomorrow. After the club meeting ends and Natsuki and Yuri leave, Monika strikes up a conversation with Sayori. I see you got Natsuki to share some of her manga with you. I really want to become better friends with her. She's so enthusiastic and expressive. I could just listen to her talk. She's so... I'm not sure if she meant I can't say that to her, or if I can't say it at all. Say what? Nothing. I am a woman of respect. But Natsuki is a woman of cute. Oh, I said it. What's so bad about that? I don't know. But you know, there's one thing I'm kind of worried about. Sometimes I'm afraid that Natsuki actually doesn't like me very much. I'm like moving around in my chair, not getting comfortable. Sometimes I'm afraid that Natsuki actually doesn't like me very much. Ah, that's ridiculous. How come you feel that way? Well, I mean, just little signs like how she only says hi to me after I say hi to her first. And it feels like she only gets excited to talk to me when it's about manga and other stuff she likes. She just seems dismissive a lot. She was like that when I brought up poetry. Yeah, but that doesn't mean she doesn't like you. She probably is just shy, you know? Maybe. My stupid head is just making me worry for no reason. It's like, it likes to do that. It's okay, try not to worry so much, everything will be great. But you can always talk to me about any concerns that you have. I'm here too. I'm here to help. You're the best. Sayori gives Monika a quick hug. Well, I'm gonna keep trying because I love her and I want to get closer to her. You got this. After the next club meeting starts, Sayori is the last one in as usual. Trotting in the room, she sees Natsuki sitting alone by the closet reading what must be manga. Without hesitation, Sayori pulls up a chair and plops herself right next to Natsuki. Hello there. Hi. What you reading? Can I read it with you? Natsuki pulls the book away from Sayori. You can't just start in the middle. There are spoilers. Besides, what about the one I gave you yesterday? Sorry, I was just curious. Well, anyway, I've been waiting forever for this volume to come out, and it just came out yesterday, so... Oh, that's exciting. Well, I'll let you read it then. Can I sit next to you, though? Sure. Sayori plops herself down next to Natsuki, then pulls out a blank sheet of paper. Natsuki reads in silence, save for the periodic flutter of a page being released from beneath her thumb. From Sayori's side, only the light tapping noises of her pen meeting the paper can be heard. time passes. Sayori's paper is filled with scribbles, and the margins are lined with stick figures. Natsuki lets out a deep sigh and closes her book. Did you finish? No, but it's a good stopping point. My head is swimming. I need a break. Natsuki stretches her arms. Ugh. Aren't you bored? No, I was writing. Oh, I saw all the stick figures and thought you were just bored. I just drew those when I'm thinking or waiting for inspiration. I made friends with them all. This one is sad because she thinks the night sky is pretty, but she can't look up at all the stars in public without everyone thinking she's a weirdo. And this one has problems with his back, but the doctors can't figure out what's wrong with him. What the heck? You're the weirdo. Want to read the poem I'm working on? Sure, I guess. Sayori slides the paper over to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads through the poem, she furrows her eyebrows. She slides the paper back over to Sayori. Don't you ever feel weird just sharing all of your thoughts and feelings like that? I mean, your poems are like really emotional. Is that bad? Well, no, it was just an observation. I think people can get closer to each other if they find ways of expressing their feelings. Well, Natsuki begins to protest, but she can't find a good way of putting her thoughts into words. Doesn't that demand more on the kinds of friends you have? Oh, doesn't that depend more on the kinds of friends you have? I don't know. To each their own, but I never met anyone I'd feel comfortable sharing my poems with. Not that it's you, it's just how I am, so. You write poems? You never told me that. I just thought you wrote other stuff. Yeah, that too, but you should. I mean, would you ever want to share? Like I said, I don't do that. But, can we talk about something else? I'm sorry. It's not your fault. It just makes me uncomfortable. I can't help it. Still, I'm sorry. It's fine. Well, let's move on to something that makes us both happy. I should continue the book you gave me since I didn't get very far yet. Sure. Over the next few days, Sayori begins each club meeting by approaching Natsuki with unwavering enthusiasm. It's Natsuki. Natsuki. Hey, Natsuki. At the end of the club meeting, Monica, who has been rather invested in Sayori's friendship mission, starts an innocuous conversation with Natsuki while she packs up. It's cool that you've been finding time to spend with Sayori. She was pretty excited for the chance to read manga with you. Yeah. I'm sure you've been enjoying the chance to share it too, right? Yeah, mostly. Natsuki glances over her shoulder, but doesn't reply further. What's on your mind? Nothing. I don't talk about people behind their backs. Oh. Natsuki falls silent, but she just fidgets instead of getting back to what she was doing, as though she wants to say more. It's okay to share your feelings. That's different from talking about someone behind their back. I guess. I just hate when people talk about me behind my back, so I'm better than to do it to others. Monica shares a bright smile. You're really considerate. Thanks, I guess, but it doesn't feel like it. You can trust me. Natsuki stands in silence for a moment, still fidgeting. I just feel smothered sometimes. I'm not used to someone being like all over me right after we meet. I mean, it's fun to hang out with her, but I just have no control over the pace. I can't just meet someone and instantly become best friends with them and like share everything about myself. That's not how it works. I just want to chill out sometimes. Oh, I didn't realize that was happening. It's fine. Why would you have? I know, I just feel bad about it. I know Sayori, so I should have realized. Monica navigates through her tinge of guilt, which has surfaced mainly due to her being the one who previously encouraged Sayori's behavior. Despite not knowing the situation, Monica can't help but feel a little responsible. Do you want me to talk to her about it? No, I wouldn't like that. Well, I could. I don't know. I could like divert her into another club activity for you or something. No way. That would be so underhanded and mean. Sorry, I didn't think that one through. Besides, just because I complained about it doesn't mean I'm asking for someone to solve my problems for me. True. I'm sorry. I guess I just instinctively want to try to solve problems, even if I haven't been invited to. It's fine. I would talk to Sayori about it, but it would make things really weird between us. I feel like it would make her just constantly be afraid that she's bothering me. I don't know how to just keep things natural. Well, I think if you do a good job expressing all your feelings, she would totally understand. Sayori really wants to be the best she can be for other people. I think she would actually be happy that you want to improve your friendship with her. Maybe. It just feels so dumb. Talking to someone about how to be friends with them, it's just weird and not cool. Monica shrugs. It's the literature club. Then she mumbles through a stifled laugh. It's not the cool club. Hey. Sorry, that just tickled me for some reason. Look, I know that you're kind of you're in a tough spot, and that it's hard for you to really express yourself. But you really demonstrated to me that you're great at self-reflection and critical thinking, even if it doesn't feel like it to you. I think that's the most important part of being able to navigate through these things. So I believe that you'll find the right thing to do. Well, Natsuki instinctively starts to reject the compliment, but she can't find any excuse to do so. Thanks. Natsuki gathers her things. Then she finishes her thought in a mumble. And I'm still glad I joined the club, even if it's weird sometimes. Monika smiles, but Natsuki turns her back and walks away before waiting for a reply. It was an unusual way of Natsuki to express her appreciation, but Monika knew what she meant. It made Monika feel like everything really was going to be okay. Hey. Oh, we don't have another picture. We have a side story though. Music. Cool. Mail? OMG. I've Lester. Okay, who's responsible for creating a Twitter account for Monika? I think it's hilarious, but for God's sake, don't tell Paula. It would get 404'd in a microsecond. Are you just relaying her tweets manually, or did you code some kind of pass-through layer to automate it, based on the contents of the tweets? Not screaming for help. I assume they're coming from the control simulation? Monika has a Twitter? Wow, I gotta check that out. Yo, let me check that out. Let me see. Does Monika have a Twitter? Does Monika have a Twitter? Okay, hold on. Doki. She does have a Twitter. Wow. Well, Titus follows her. Alright, I'll follow her. That's cool. Oh, I think the last thing she tweeted was February 14th. I'm feeling kind of nostalgic today, July 1st. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, they have like beautiful pictures and stuff. That's so cool. That's really awesome. Alright, let's see. Side stories? Balance. Let's see, how far are we in? We are at 70%. It's lunchtime. Sayuri, who usually buys her lunch, is making her way to the cafeteria like any other day. The clamor and bustle of the students is drowned by Sayuri's impeccable skills zoning out. However, her imagination is momentarily interrupted by the glimpse of a familiar pink-haired girl. Hey, that's Natsuki. I never run into the other club members around the school. Natsuki! Sayuri stands on her tiptoes and waves. Natsuki, who's busy walking and chatting with her friends, doesn't notice Sayuri at first. Then she glances over in Sayuri's direction. Sayuri waves enthusiastically. Following her friends, Natsuki quickly ducks around the corner. Hey, she definitely saw me. Aw, Natsuki, don't be mean. Monika is the first to arrive to the club meeting, then Natsuki. Sayuri having glanced through the window to see Natsuki already inside, is unable to work up enough courage to enter. Natsuki's been so distant with me. I was stupid to think she wanted to be friends. She only got excited because she got to share her manga. But aside from that, she doesn't even like me. I should just go home today. Sorry, but do you plan on going inside? No. Look at both of them. Look at Sayori's pouting face. No. Why? I'm sulking. Oh. Well, I'm sorry for bothering you. Excuse me. No, don't leave me. Oh, I'll stay here then. I don't want to go in. I'm afraid of bothering Natsuki. I saw her at lunch today, so I waved and I called out to her. But instead of saying hi, she just ran away from me. Really? Not bad. Hey. I'm sorry, that was a joke. It just sounded like something stupid that I would do from anxiety. From anxiety? Well, I just don't like attention being drawn to myself. Oh, well that makes sense based on the person you are, but Natsuki isn't shy like that at all. I thought we were friends, but it feels like every day she's just trying to distance herself more instead of get closer. It makes me feel like she was only spending time with me during the club because I was reading manga, but she doesn't actually want to be friends with me. Well, I feel like I'm missing a lot of context here. Was she in the middle of anything when you approached her? No, she was just walking with her friends. With her friends? Yuri pauses for a moment. How do I put this? Sayori, you're very fond of your friends, right? You always want to be spending time with them. Of course, I don't think there's anything more important to me. I mean, the best parts of my day are always with my friends. Besides that, I really hate being alone, so... You hate being alone? Sayori nods. We're very different people. I cherish my time alone. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I think, well, if I was trying to have alone time, it was being threatened with an interruption then. It just would not make me very happy. Yeah, but that doesn't have to do with Natsuki. She was already with her friends, not trying to be alone or anything. No, I think it's similar. It's, well, we're all friends in the club, but we have our own lives outside of the club as well. If you think about it, making new friends isn't some casual occurrence that happens on a daily basis. A friendship is an invitation to intertwine your lives together, but the capacity at which each person is ready to do that might be different. There are friends who just like to have fun together and others who talk every day and share every detail of their lives with each other. I think when establishing a friendship, it's important to consider the comfort level of the other person. I mean, we don't really know much about Natsuki's life outside of the club. It could be that she simply needs to make friends at her own pace rather than jump head first into a new commitment. God damn, Yuri, you're making me run out of breath. But that means I really was bothering her. I just really wanted to be good friends with her, so I treated her like one. Was I actually hurting her? I don't know. I'm sorry. My insight was really only based on what I understand about my own needs. And Natsuki and I are completely different, so why was I so selfish? Even if if that is true, then it still means I hurt her. I think I messed up. Yuri, with you, I think I was really careful to understand your needs when I was becoming friends with you. But I wasn't careful at all with Natsuki because she already seemed really social. I just took control of everything instead of looking for the right balance. Now I hurt her and she doesn't want to talk to me. How could I let myself do this? Sayori, I think that, well, there was one time you told me something about the way I saw things in my head being different from reality. It's easy to automatically jump to the worst case scenario, but I think it's more likely that Natsuki doesn't harbor any ill feelings towards you. So I think if we were to realistically consider the situation and how it would cause someone to feel, I'm bad at this, I'm sorry. You're a lot better than me at things like comforting or reassuring people. Suddenly, Sayori gives Yuri a gentle hug. You're the best, Yuri. I'm sorry for burdening you with this. You're trying so hard for me. You're such a sweetheart. It's not a burden. I enjoy listening to others, and my friends deserve happiness. Sayori beams. Well, I think I'm gonna give Natsuki some space. She should do what she wants, and if she does still want to be friends, then I'll learn her needs and I'll match her boundaries. Yeah, I'm sure that's what's best. I wish I didn't feel so awful and guilty. It makes me feel desperate, like I need to make it up to her by trying to make her happy. But that's not what she needs. I just like to tell myself that. It hurts, but I guess it means I still need to grow. I really want to grow as a person. If it's to be better for my friends, I want that. That's very mature for you, Sayori. I'm mature. Sayori hops up and down on her toes. So does that mean you'll be going home after all? Sayori shakes her head. I need to be here to show her that I respect her space. I'll just spend the club by myself today. Yuri nods in understanding. You can go in first. Okay. You're blocking the door. Oh, Sayori steps aside. By the way, before Yuri enters the clubroom, Sayori interjects. You said that you and Natsuki are completely different, but I don't really think that's true. I think you're actually really similar in a lot of ways. Yuri smiles and shakes her head. Sayori, that's absurd. You're really silly sometimes. Yuri turns and enters the clubroom. After a moment, Sayori follows. Oh, progress. Friendships and progress. The club room is quiet. When Sayori walks in, Natsuki glances in her direction. Sayori smiles and gives Natsuki a quick wave before sitting down across the room. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Sayori decides it's best to continue the manga she was reading, so she pulls it out. However, it looks like Natsuki isn't reading today. She has a sheet of paper in front of her and is tapping a pen against her desk, staring at it. Oh, are we writing today? Monica speaks in a quiet voice, unwilling to disturb the peace of the clubroom. She kneels down at Natsuki's desk. Hey, Natsuki pulls the sheet closer to her and covers it with her arms. Sorry, I didn't mean to peek. Whatever. I just wanted to see how everything was going. It's fine. Natsuki replies dismissively. She glances over at Sayori, who is focused on her manga. Monica follows Natsuki's gaze. I think she's mad at me. How come? I'm busy right now. Ask me later. Monica falls silent. Natsuki looks back down at her paper. She inches her hand away from the top margin, allowing Monica to see. It says to Sayori. Understanding, Monica smiles. She places a hand on Natsuki's shoulder and whispers softly, I'm proud of you. Natsuki looks away, but makes no motion to remove Monica's hand. Monica gives Natsuki's shoulder a quick squeeze, before standing back up and pulling away. Quick sneeze. The end of the club meeting passes. Yuri has already departed. So as Monica, after checking on Sayori and Natsuki to ensure they wouldn't stay too late, Sayori was determined to finish her manga volume before heading out since the end was approaching. However, with Natsuki also staying late for an unknown reason, a silent tension hangs in the air. After finishing the volume, Sayori brings it to the closet to put it away. She slides it back onto the shelf while Natsuki watches. Then, Natsuki gets up and pulls it back out in order to return it to its proper location. Sayori? I didn't know where it's supposed to go. It's fine. The two fall silent again, avoiding eye contact. They both look like they're about to say something, but neither can break the silence. A moment passes. Well, I'll be on my way. See you tomorrow. Sayori turns away to hide her pained expression, then walks away from the closet. If there was any proof Natsuki no longer wanted to be friends, this was it. Defeated, Sayori carries herself out of the club room. Natsuki, what are you doing? Once in the hallway, Sayori takes a deep breath and hits her palms against her cheeks to clear her head a little. Suddenly Natsuki's stammering voice calls from behind. Natsuki. Startled, Sayori turns around to face Natsuki. New background. Nice. Natsuki fidgets and anxiously continues with a shaking voice. Is there like anything in the background we can look at? This is a nice picture right here. Or this. Oh. Or right here. Oh. Natsuki fidgets and anxiously continues with a shaking voice. I have a lot of things to say. Me too, but you go first. Natsuki bites her lip and can't stay still. Well, first of all, she cuts herself short, struggling to continue. Trying to force the words out, she stamps. Is it stamps or stomps? It seems like isn't stomps like with an O? It's like stomps. She stamps her foot and hops up and down a little. I'm sorry for the thing I did at lunch, and I'm sorry for just being kind of mean lately. It's really hard for me, I'm not good with things that make me uncomfortable, especially when it comes to like feelings and stuff. So, face burning, Natsuki calms up again. Aww. Look at that face. Yo, her eyes are beautiful. Instead of continuing, she simply holds up a sheet of paper to Sayori to take. The best place in the world. I love my bedroom. It's full of bright colors and soft things. The sunlight shines in and makes everything sparkle. It's the best place in the world. It has all my treasures, all my books, my collections, and my memories. All of my dreams were born in this room. It's the best place in the world. It has all my secrets, all my failures, my fears, my feelings. Sometimes it feels so fragile that the door will break at the slightest touch. But it's still the best place in the world. But when someone knocks, I get scared. I brace my arms against the loose hinges. Please don't break. Don't come in. I'm not ready. It's my best place in the world. The knocking won't stop. I block the door with furniture. An eye peeks through the keyhole and I panic. I'm trapped in the best place in the world. I'm not ready to share my favorite place. I need to clean my secrets and make my bed to hide my nightmares. I need to touch them to put them away. I see them again. I have so much to do and I'm scared. I'm not ready, but it's still my favorite place. I still want to share it, however long it takes. If you wait patiently, I'll eventually open the door and I'll show you the best place in the world. It's a poem, but I thought, well, I sucked it up so that I could work things out with you. So just be happy about it, please. Sayori smiles deeply from the bottom of her heart. I'm happier than I could express. I feel so awful, but I'm so happy that you would do this for me. I actually realized before the club meeting today that I made a mistake. I got so caught up in the chance to get closer to you that I forgot to think about what you wanted, and that we probably have different ways we like to make friends. Um, about, like, the friendship stuff? I mean, it's okay. I understand, so you don't have to force yourself to talk about it. Your poem did a good job, so don't force yourself if you're not ready yet, okay? Natsuki nods. You don't have to feel like you did anything wrong. It was my fault, and I'm sorry. I wasn't mad at you today or anything like that. I actually felt really guilty and wanted to give you space. I was thinking it's silly that I just approach you all the time, and that I should just let you approach me when you want to. Just whatever makes you comfortable. I'll respect that from now on. Friendships should always start with those things, with the right balance. Natsuki nods again. One thing about that. Well, I don't want to have to approach you all the time either. I just want to be balanced, like you said. Sayori nods. I understand. We'll make sure of that together then. No, no, no. Well, anyway, now that the two of them have found common ground, Natsuki finds it easier to speak more freely again. I'm not gonna be like sharing my poems all the time now or anything like that, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to do once in a while, only the best ones. So you better like them, because otherwise I might change my mind. I like anything you do, Natsuki. I was just saying, more importantly, I have to tell you about my new boyfriend. Huh? Oh, from the manga? Wait, I need to guess who it is. You definitely won't be able to guess. The two walk down the hallway together. Oh my god, we have so much to talk about. Darn, I should have told you to save the last two chapters so I could see your reaction to big reveal. Aw, you wanted to enjoy it with me? That's so cute. Oh, shush. Nice. Nice. Hey. Finish the side story balance. Oh, look how cute she is. What the fuck? No. What the fuck? Look how cute. Oh. Okay. So, how do I get these other ones, though? Oh, what the yo, you saw like that shit was like glitching out? It was like, what the? It's when I open it up, it does that. Yeah, I don't know how to, I don't know how to get all the other ones, though. And apparently I'm missing, like, Sayori's stuff. Because supposedly I did do Sayori's, like, poems and stuff, but it didn't give me her pictures, her CGs, even though I did it. Weird. And then there's like secrets that aren't unlocked, which I don't know how to unlock them. Let me look this up. Promo. Oh, they're not even here. What? That's so weird. Okay. So then how do I get this last one then? Because it says here... Wait, did I get that one? I did. Yeah, so I'm missing one where you get hugged. You say I love you to Sayori. That's that one. This one is reading a book with Yuri, and then this one is you give a chocolate to Yuri, and it's not here for some reason. So then what about this one? A scene from the side story, Reflection. A scene from the side story, Self-Love. Everyone say cheese. Okay, now everyone make a funny face. Epilogue. CG alternate. Self-Love. How do I unlock Reflection, though? Let me see. Let me look it up. How to unlock side story Reflection. this. Okay, it is muted. Okay, because ads might run on something. The side stories are a story expansion of Doki Literature Club. There we go. Expansion of Doki Literature Club. They show how the club formed under Monaco. First, she had her empathy in the events of the main campaign, Epiphany. These vignettes are surprisingly heartfelt, touching, and not at all like the main campaign, which is a welcome break for anyone that just wants Doki to be happy for a change. To unlock all 8 of them, you simply need to write poems for each of the main characters besides Monaco. Do a playthrough where you focus only on writing Sayori poems, then Yuri, and then Natsuki. By the end of the effort, you'll have access to part 1 of all the side stories. Part 2, meanwhile, is unlocked by watching part 1. After you've watched every Doki Plus side story, trust, understanding, respect, balance, reflection, and self-love, you'll unlock a bonus one known as Equals, which will wrap up the bonus campaign. Wait, what? One, two, three, four. Oh, are you serious? Oh, is it because I don't have the other ones because my thing glitched out? Damn. Yeah, it did. Oh, it really did glitch out. Okay. Damn. All right. Well, yeah, that's that's it for the late night stream. Thank you guys for watching, and for anybody who watches afterwards, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm all over the place with my I'm all over the place with my streaming. There's a lot of stuff going on lately. Like, it was my little sister's birthday. My sleeping schedule is all messed up, and there's like a whole thing going on with like Cuba and all that. Like my family's struggling and stuff. And yeah, so just a lot of personal issues going on. So it's just like it's like I haven't had time to just do it. And then I've been wanting to play some games with my friends and just talk to them, because like they get on like every once a week and shit, like stuff like that. So I've been wanting to like hang out with them and say hi. And but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for stopping by. Everything is going well. I'm not doing the webcam anymore because at the beginning of the series, right, like the part 1 through 3, I had the webcam on because I was just testing it out. I'll definitely turn on the webcam when I feel a little bit more comfortable with my situation, especially since like I like playing my games a lot with the light turned off, but because my monitor because the monitor is so bright, like, you won't be able to see my face. So that's the thing. So yeah, it's also like my hair's a mess and I'm all over the place. So it's just like it's easier to just not have a webcam on, just start, and that's it. But yeah, everything's doing good. Hopefully, I'm gonna like stay up though, and I'm probably gonna do like another stream later on in the day, probably like a Genshin stream. I do have to continue the like Archon quest and stuff, so maybe I'll do that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll check shit out. And I have other games right now. Like, I have like these 3 that I mentioned before at the beginning of the stream. We're gonna go on like a platinum, like an achievement platinum trophy hunting quest. So I'm gonna stream like me getting like the achievements for this game, as well as Doki Literature Club. So like, apparently I'm missing like 4 more other I'm missing like other side stories that apparently I haven't unlocked yet. So I'm gonna like try to fix that, and then I'm gonna finally finish. Like, we're gonna finish off the last like thing, because obviously there's a side story that I'm missing. I think I'm missing like 2. I'm missing reflections, because that's what it says here. It says oh, that's not it. It says here that like, let's see, it's there's trust, understanding, respect, balance, and we're missing reflection and self-love. So we're missing 2 more. As to how we get it, I have no idea. I gotta look it up. It just says you have to make poems. So I'm gonna like replay. I'm gonna like reset the game, and I'm gonna reset the game because I still have like Monica just chilling there. I'm gonna reset the game and I'm gonna work on getting like all the other stuff so that we can continue this. Cause like apparently like I said, the game glitched out because it didn't count my Yuri playthrough for some reason. And yeah, so there's like a lot of stuff that's like just missing. But nonetheless, take care, guys.